One. What's up, Mortgage Coach community? Today, I'm interviewing Bill Gaylord. What's up, Bill?
Dave, not much. Actually, I'm here with you. I'm excited to be here.
Good, man. Well, it was good to see you a couple weeks ago at the American Dream Mastermind in San Diego. And I am broadcasting live out of Portland, Oregon. I think you're broadcasting live out of Las Vegas. Is that right?
In Las Vegas today, yes.
Good. So for those that you don't know Bill Gaylord, he leads a team with Sam Hansen. Sam is really holding down the fort in the San Diego platform. I've interviewed Sam, countless times. I've interviewed Bill. If you want to see some of their best practices on how they use Mortgage Coach, on how they meet with realtors, just do a search for one of those two guys in our Facebook group or in our YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos to go. And I'll also put a link to one down below. So Bill, I know you have personally moved to Las Vegas, and you guys have, you've become the digital mayors in the mortgage business in the San Diego market, and now you're kind of executing, Bill Gaylord, GaylordHansen Team, digital mayor in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. I've been here about a year and, making some good headway, and, video has been a huge part of it. So I love it.
Good. And I want to just get a few stats out of the way. How much production does your team do on an annual basis on average, and what's the goal for this year?
So the goal this year is 325 million. And we have currently, it's been a great market right now. We've got 51 million in our pipeline. We've got 9 originators that are working those leads as we bring them into the team. And so everybody, we got some people over 9 million, 8. Most of them are over 4 million. So we've had some really good success right now. But we're hopeful that this year will turn out the way we want it to.
Yeah, well, guys, make note that this is a mega team. This is not your typical mortgage team. Also, make note, these guys have done not 1,000, not 2,000. Their team has done thousands of total cost analysis. It's hard to keep track because everybody on their team, does TCAs, and they've got multiple loan officers on their team that have done over 1,000. So we're talking about a team that is dedicated to making advice a competitive advantage and turning media into a competitive advantage so that they're branding themselves as a digital mayor of the markets that they serve. Anything you want to add to that before we get into specific ideas?
Well, Dave, I know you and I have known each other for many, many years, and your platform with Mortgage Coach has been really just a game changer for us in terms of winning deals. And I know that you continue to promote that and put that out there, but man, it just puts us a step above. And so the ability to earn a consumer's business is really a tribute to you and what you've built with Mortgage Coach. And, we know that the business is not all technical, but a lot of it is the marketing to get that phone to ring. So Sam's very much on the technical side. I'm pretty much on the video and the creative and the marketing side to get that phone to ring so we can use your Mortgage Coach and win those deals over.
Yeah, no doubt. And you guys are killing it. The way Sam is running process and systems and leveraging both CRM and Mortgage Coach to deliver experience, and then you are the business development animal. So guys, I follow Bill on Facebook. Also, he is part of the American Dream Network. They are the American Dream host in Vegas, and they're killing it. I asked Bill to come on and share some slides, put a presentation together on what he's doing and why he's doing it. So Bill, why don't you share your desktop and give us the playbook, because I think a lot of loan officers out there are doing busyness in terms of how they use social, and you guys are doing business. You are creating content that's driving realtor relationships and business. I'll tell you when I see your slides, and then just walk us through this. Also, folks, if you have questions for Bill, this is going to be in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. Post them in comments below. If you're watching this in YouTube, post questions below. Bill, just so we can see it a little bigger, why don't you put it into presentation mode so the slides kind of jump out a little bit?
You got it.
And I'll tell you when I see that. I do see your desktop, by the way. We can tell that you've got one of those big desktops. So
I love it. I gotta like edit some videos. I gotta do some of that stuff. So it's all.
I'll interrupt if I have something to add, and I'm going to let you walk through what you're doing and why. And again, folks, if you have questions, put them in comments.
So anyways, this is just a big dark screen, Dave, but really, I look at it, I'm going to play this video first, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. It's like a minute long.
And we can't hear the sound, by the way.
Oh, you can't hear the sound. Okay.
Yeah, so just narrate it. You're not.
We basically are trying to dumb down the mortgage side to where it's not too scary to get a mortgage, and so we've used all of our people to basically promote that getting a mortgage isn't that hard, right? And so I believe there's two sides to this business, and I think that there's a lot of disruption as we've talked about, and we've got margin compression, all that kind of stuff. And it's hard to do everything, but the video piece of it, we're trying to become humans. And I think that we'll get into it a little bit more, but this is one that really caught me when I was interviewing John Cheplak, who's going to the Next Level Agent event here coming up here.
And real quick, I do want to say, I'm going to put a link to that first video in comments below. And if you're watching this on Facebook, in the description below, anytime Bill references something that we can give to you guys to watch outside of this, check below and we'll have it there. Keep it going, Bill.
Yeah, so anyways, John was talking about how a 1-minute video translates to over 1.6 million words, which is like incredible when you think about it. And the reason it does that is essentially just, when you move, the hand expressions, the eyes, the non-facial or the facial expressions really make a difference in regards to how someone perceives you. So video, in my opinion, allows us to create our authentic selves, to basically promote who we are and make sure that they know who they're doing business with. So we have really embraced it.
Bill, I'd like to insert another concept there. Sure. The other thing I think is important is not only does that video communicate, however many words and all the emotions that it does, but the channel in which you watch it. So if you watch it in YouTube, you are now, you're in a place where a person is either entertained or learns. You're in that channel. If they're watching it on YouTube from their TV, which I'm not saying they are, it's still not a lot of people are doing that. You're getting the value of that channel. And the more channels you can communicate with, it just becomes this multiplier to where you become not only someone that they know, someone that they trust, and then you can really, and I think, Bill, you're doing this, you get to a point where you become like almost a celebrity status. And because I've been creating YouTube videos for so long, when people see me out in the market, it's like, oh, Dave Savage, and again, I'm just Dave Savage, ask my teenage kids. But because you've watched me interview so many different people and you've watched me through this channel, it really makes a difference. So keep it going, brother. I just want to insert some color along the way.
No, please do. It is funny because you are a celebrity, Dave, and it's funny because I've been in Vegas about a year. And we've been doing videos, and a lot of these things go out during the loan process, trying to make the client comfortable with who we are and that we're not these, robotic, financial planner dudes that are trying to tell them what to do. We want to make them comfortable that it's human. But the celebrity piece of it is a piece of it, because I'll go to some of these realtor events. I don't know half the people in Las Vegas. I didn't know anybody when I moved here a year ago. And all of a sudden they look at me and they go, I know you from somewhere. And it's because of the video and the Facebooks and, what's going on here. So one of the things I want to get to right now, Dave, is this thing called P2P. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with that or not, but I attended the social media marketing world a couple weeks ago. I think it was, 2 weeks ago. I was in San Diego. It's an international conference. There was probably 3,500 to 4,000 participants from all over the world. And there was one of the keynote speeches came out, and they talked about P2P. And P2P is people to people. It's not B2C. It's not B2B. It is now P2P. And it's essentially where, we as a business, we're trying to really help the consumer over here, and we would try and force them to use what we wanted, right? And now what's ended up happening is the consumer, because of all the stuff that happens online, is now telling us what we need to do. So it's P2P, human to human, and that's what we're trying to do. So why video? Obviously, building your tribe, building your personal brand, becoming the expert, craft the story that you want to tell to your people, and over time they'll understand who you are and what you do. But being authentic and who you are is important. And I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but if you look at me, I got am I branded? I got my purple, I got my green, all that kind of stuff. So brand yourself and be who you are.
Time out. I got to jump in on that because, by the way, Bill, I know people are going to ask, can they get copies of these slides? Will you provide me with the PowerPoint? Is that cool?
Sure. Yep.
So there'll be a link down below for that, and we'll upload it into the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. And you just notice, I call it personally branded advice, where it's got your company brand, it's got you. And I'm not saying every team and every loan officer should have a logo. Sometimes when I look on the Mortgage Coach Total Cost Analysis, it's a picture with their family. Sometimes but I am saying be intentional with that photo, be intentional with your personal brand, be intentional on how you build whatever company you work for and your brand, be intentional. And then I think Bill said, be consistent. Anybody who follows me on Instagram knows I like espresso. I go to coffee shops. I use the hashtag Portland Worthy. And I just started doing that really for me. It's kind of like, hey, I go to a lot of cool cities, cool places. I want to remember these. But now it has turned into, part of my brand. And so, yes, whatever your hobbies are, whatever you're passionate about, make sure you're integrating that into your business conversation. Keep it rocking, brother.
Yeah, no problem. And one of the things, like anything else, this is a journey. It takes time to kind of build it. And if you can continue to, grow it, it doesn't happen overnight. And we have so much to learn and so much to do in terms of being consistent and getting it out on social media. And, this is new for a lot of us. So we have to do a much better job at getting our stuff out there. But real quickly, some of these platforms you guys know about, Facebook, definitely Dave has dominated that, done an amazing job with that. Instagram is certainly one that's up and coming, and they talked a lot about that at the social media marketing world. YouTube, it's huge. Video messaging is something that we do quite a bit that has been very effective for us in terms of, again, differentiating ourselves in the marketplace. And then there's live TV. I haven't really gotten into that yet, but I'm actually recording myself right now, and I'll probably do it as an IGTV post is what I'm thinking. So we'll look at that. But one of the things
Well, we got to go back to that one. So one, it is missing a logo. I do not see the Mortgage Coach platform there. And
I get into that.
Yeah, that's okay. But I want everyone to start thinking of it. And really, Mortgage Coach is that P2P advice platform where you're putting the numbers in the video, but it is part of a platform. And then it is a dynamic link that you can share in these different platforms. So while you might do an Instagram story, and then you might, reach out if you want a total cost analysis, or you might put the link to the TCA in comments of a Facebook story. So I want to, make sure you're thinking about Mortgage Coach as a platform when it comes to quoting rates and fees with advice in a P2P way. That's my platform for that. And then one more thing, Bill is well-resourced. He has a big team. He's been working on this for a year. For anybody who, you're just getting started, pick one platform at a time. And I do recommend Facebook. and get comfortable with it, build your brand on that. I definitely think a YouTube channel makes a lot of sense, and I'm going to be doing a lot more education around that. Kelly Zitlow is the best example in the mortgage coach community, and I've interviewed her a few times on how to build a YouTube channel, and we're going to focus on that. Keep it going, Bill. I just want to insert a few thoughts along the way.
Yeah. Well, I want to just point out, Dave, that I haven't been big social media, but I know that that's one of the most important things to get into now. And I've started my Instagram account. I'm going through that. So go ahead and follow me. But I don't have a lot of followers yet, but I will. And but just know that it is a day-by-day thing, and the consistency that Dave brings every day has been huge. So I really want to follow Dave's footsteps. But I wanted to also get into this. This was something I attended a workshop that was at the Social Media Marketing World. It was done by this guy, Marcus Sheridan. And he basically said, because a lot of people say, hey, I'm not comfortable on TV, or, I don't know what to say, and I'm not that good at it. What should I do? But people say it's marketing. But he said, don't look at it as if it's marketing. It is a sales tool. And it could be your biggest sales tool. It's what you use every single day. And he gave that stat that 85% of all content will be video by 2021. And I know that Dave understands this, and Craig talks about it, and Gary Vee talks about it. We're all media companies. We're all trying to promote ourselves. And so if you take your phone and you look at that phone as if it's your customer, you will make that turn into a sale down the road. So anyways, lots of great things. Hire a videographer, embrace the messy. Don't worry if you screw up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I am, the epitome of not perfect, but it's a lot of fun. But I thought that this would be good. Look at it as a sales tool, not as a marketing tool.
Yeah, and one last insert there, and he talked about hiring a videographer, and I think that's a 102 move. Your iPhone or Android phone, you could capture amazing video. You could, be with a store owner, and you could just hold your phone up against a wall or a window and rock out a 2 to 3 minute video. I just posted an interview I did with Craig Sewing yesterday in San Diego. We actually talked about Bill, and I had a $7 tripod. So I was in Craig's studio. He's got literally cameras that are $100,000 in that room. Maybe they're more. The best equipment in the world. I took a $7, tripod that you can stick to a window of a car. I put it on his TV. And when you watch that interview, I'll put a link down below to it. Guys, that was a $7 tripod in my phone, and we rocked out some killer content. So while there are times to mass produce, edit, hire a videographer, there's even more times to put your phone against the wall and rock it out. Keep it going.
I use it all the time, and it's funny because I do a lot of video for the American Dream, and the videographers are using their iPhone for behind the scenes shows, and I go, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm using my iPhone for this. I go, well, don't you need a better camera for that? He says, no, the iPhone's just as good as anything that I have. I just have to look cool to have all my equipment. So you can create so many things with that phone now. It's pretty incredible. 4 types of content: emotional, motivational, instructional, educational. I'm not going to get too much into that, but those are the types of videos that you can do. And then, try and figure out what your audience wants. Talk to the phone like it's your friend. So if you're nervous on camera, just, hey, this is my buddy right here. I'm talking to my friend. Hey, you got to use me. And then it's so easy for us to be critical of ourselves and how we look, and oh my God, I don't have any hair. So anyways, don't take yourself too seriously, and just be a human. So those are just simple little things that I wanted to throw in there.
One insert on that, and it takes reps to get there. Don't expect to be able to execute on that your first 1, first 2, first 5 or 10. It takes reps. Love this. This is such a good deck. I'm so glad you put these slides together.
Yeah, so this is, I don't know if where this will take me, but this is basically a video that we did that, when a transaction goes that smooth, we would like to remind you, this is how we do it. And so we just try and have a little bit of fun. And then at the end of the video, it kind of thank you for trusting us. And we appreciate the business. We got your back. So that's just a little fun video. And it just kind of mixes things up. So there's educational videos that we do. And we have what's called the ABCs of mortgage. So we are now, I think we're in letter N or something like this, but this just kind of goes through, and we have our team members go through. We've got ABCs of this, and then she goes through the various things and throw in a few little graphics, what we need to do for gift letters, and then know the rules. And then we, at the end, talk about, liking us on the 3 phases. So that's another little educational video that we do.
Let me jump in on this real quick. And this is a good example of a YouTube video. So if you're a mortgage professional and you're serious about becoming the digital mayor of the market you serve, think of YouTube is like, this is my hub. This is my channel. There's no doubt how-tos and videos like that are like the foundation of your YouTube strategy. And you might have it in YouTube. And by the way, you might also upload it natively in Facebook and have it in 2 different places. But I just think that's a good example of, have a YouTube channel, and this is a great video for YouTube.
Yeah. This is a branding video, and this is where I think Dave has done just an unbelievable job at branding Dave Savage, Mortgage Coach. And it's basically taking on and interviewing people of influence. And Dave continues to do it day in, day out. We're starting to do it. This video was done last year at the Next Level Agent event that's actually being held here in Las Vegas coming up in April. And we interviewed the speakers. And the nice thing about it is that they generally want to talk. They want to be on film. They want to spread their wings and be out there. So if you go to any kind of conference, or you have a local, celebrity type, or you run into somebody, just say, hey, can I like interview you? And you just take it and you just start interviewing, and then you put something together and post it. So this is just a branding, that we have down here, GaylordHansen. And, Sam just talks to her about it. That was when Sam had a beard. He no longer has a beard. It was kind of weird. But anyways, that's just another branding video that we do. Oops. This is another one that we did there. And this guy I love. He's amazing. And he basically talks about bringing energy every single day. But it just basically brands yourself. And so it had nothing to do with really real estate, but it's just really trying to understand what he's doing.
Hey, Bill, real quick. So, using the metaphor from Gary Vee, there's jabs where it's just value, entertainment. And then there's right hooks, where you're asking for business. And sometimes you throw a jab and you get a lead. Sometimes you throw a right hook and you get a lead. If you could just speak to yeah, right? You want a little shadow box here? But if you could speak real quick to, you're getting business from this. I mean, you have real estate relationships that you would not otherwise have between American Dream and the digital mayor that you're becoming. And then, I have seen videos where, oh, that's a jab. Oh, that's a jab. And I'm seeing some that I think they're a right hook, but I'm not sure. So could you just speak to, first of all, you don't have to go back, but if you could, like, oh, this is a jab, and we didn't get a direct result, but this is why we did it. Could you make sure you put a little color around that so people can learn the difference, and they can also know the results you're getting?
Sure. So really, essentially what it is we have always taken the tact of education, of giving out more information than we can possibly handle, right? And we give it out, and we give it out, and we give it out. And it adds that credibility that we haven't really asked for the business. So once we go do this and they start seeing us, we then will do the follow-up phone calls, and then we'll talk to them about, hey, we'd love to sit down with you. We know that you have a great business that's going on right now. I know that you've been to some of our webinars. We know that we've worked with you in the past. The biggest thing for us right now is the listing agents and working those listing agents, because during the transaction we have videos and we've got communication and we've got all the stuff that we're giving. And we're not really asking for the business until about midway through the transaction, and then we call and we talk to them, and then we try and set up the meeting and the coffee and all that kind of good stuff. So it is like Dave was saying, it's a jab, boom. And so our jab is like, here's how we do it. This is our process. This is why we do it. Customer's happy. This is a wow experience. This is a wow experience. Wouldn't you like a wow experience from us? We'll give you that right hook. So it's really just boom, boom, boom. And as Dave said, you give them the right hook during the transaction, and then try and get it going from there. Is that kind of what you were looking for, Dave?
Yeah, and I think, as you show another video, like I don't know exactly what you're going to show us next, but if it's a right hook, call it a right hook. If it's a jab, call it a jab, so that we're seeing this content, and then we're metaphorically understanding the purpose and the goal you had around it.
Yeah, and I think that we're going to, we still have a long ways to go, Dave. I mean, we're not anywhere near where we want to be, but there's a lot of things that we can do, and a lot of it is just experimentation. But the right jab is coming.
But try it out. I mean, so guys, check this out. So a year ago, Bill moved from San Diego to Las Vegas, did not have relationships, was not a known mortgage leader in the market, and I can assure he's known. Now, he did make a big investment in, American Dream in that market. And if you're interested in being a partner in a city, reach out to me, Dave at Mortgage Coach. I'm a friend of that. And one of my goals is that every partner of American Dream is a mortgage coach, a legit mortgage coach. It's why I invest in that platform. But you've got a lot of realtor relationships that you would not have if it was not for this platform that you built. Is that right? I mean, so you haven't figured it out. You're not done. You're on this journey. But I mean, think about where you were a year ago. Think about where you're at today. Like put some results around that. Like, how many realtor relationships do you have because of your media platform?
Well, and it's interesting. And today, after this, I'm going to go meet with 2 power players of Las Vegas that are actually on that show as a mini mastermind to talk about what we can do to go to the next level. They're both top 50 agents. One's an agent team, and the other one's just a rock star, actually in the VA home side. But I wouldn't have had that. And it was the video. It was all the stuff that started going on and building the relationship and getting out there. And that's the fun part, is the video. Even if you can do it with realtors, man, it just kind of builds that trust, if you will. You get to know each other a little bit better. If you go to coffee, you got like a 5-minute coffee, right? But if you actually ask them, hey, can I interview you? I want to interview top realtors and all that. That's what I would do. I'd go out there, interview these people. They want to be on TV. They want to be promoted. They want that exposure. And yet at the same time, you can build that relationship even stronger than just going to coffee.
Yeah, and I want to also tell you about another interview I recently did with Jonathan McKinnis, who is becoming the digital mayor of South Bend, Indiana. And so there'll be a link down below, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, link to that interview. But here is a guy that just, he invented his own podcast. He invented his own video interview. He created a Facebook group, and I did an extensive interview. He was a guest last Friday on our Friday mastermind. Reminder, every Friday, 9 o'clock, we do a mastermind. Every Tuesday, 9 o'clock, I interview someone amazing. But another great, leader who's figuring it out. And if you talk to him, he's only about 6 months into this journey, but he's killing it. This is a guy that does over 300 loans a year. He is, a top producer in South Bend, Indiana. And he is, trust me, a year from now when I interview him, he will be the digital mayor of mortgage and real estate in South Bend, Indiana. So check that out down below. Keep it going, brother.
So this is an event video that we have an event, and it's about VA home buyer success is what we call it. And we just kind of go through and show what we do at the event and with the stickers, and we got it branded, our speakers, all that kind of stuff. So it gets down to the end, and then so we promote it that way. So that's another event video that we did. And then this is one thing that I would also encourage is giving back to the community and going, and kind of documenting that with what you do, because people love people that give back. And we have a shoe foundation, and this was just an event, a charity video that we do at the military base. And then we had some fun with it, and then we got kids that are running around and having fun, and we just documented it. So and then put it out there, and at the end we just say thank you. We're proud to be part of it. So that was one of the videos that we did for that. And we actually had the videographer helped us with it. So he gave us a good thing. This is another charity video called Camis and Canines. And again, you brand it with who you are, and you go out there. And this was really 5 people from our team that just went out and helped. And we decided to document it. We put it out there. And it's a great organization to help vets with PTSD, and so that was another charity type video. So this one is a testimonial video that we did with one of our realtors, and it just kind of goes through, and then we show a little bit about who we are and what we do, and having fun. And at the same time, we start interviewing this realtor who's been around for a long time, worked with us for many years, and he is kind of a sourpuss, but he's very discerning, and so we wanted to interview him because to earn his business was very tough. So, but we did. So that's testimonial videos. So I would certainly go out. Any realtor that you have is use it. Go talk to them, because again, they want exposure as well. So do the videos of testimonials, and it can be testimonials for your clients too, for the happy buyers going in, bring them a gift basket and have them be super excited about it. So it's testimonial videos are good as well. Next up, Dave, is let's see, then we did that one. This is one that I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. This is kind of along the lines of a mortgage coach type situation where, you're right there, you're in front of them and you're talking to them, and you can use this in many, many ways right after a consultation with them, right after you got off the phone with them. Whatever you've done with them, you can send them a quick video text that pops up. So this is me. So every day I get a Facebook notice of whose birthday it is. So basically I said, hey, Gaylord here. It's all over the World Wide Web, all over the world. It's your birthday. I hope your wife, makes dinner for you. Maybe your boss will give you the day off, but have fun and enjoy. So I do that. I probably do 2 to 3 birthday videos a day. And it's, so I would look at that. This is actually co-video that we use. We've used that for many years. I know there's BombBomb. It's also another service. But this is my video. You can do it anywhere. That I did that in my car, obviously. And then I try and be fun, and they enjoy it. And this is our, intro video. So Sam is very systems. He's a systems engineer, and we've got process and Salesforce. So every time loans go into our system, these videos then get kicked out every transaction to the consumer, but it also gets kicked out to the realtors as well. So we just talk a little bit about, but at the end here, what I want to show is we do a blooper at the end of every one of our videos, and Sam saying here, I say, why do we do this? And Sam says, well, we did it because everyone thinks my name is GaylordHansen. They think my first name is Gaylord. So he does just a quick little blooper, and we just crack up, and it's trying to make us human, that P2P side. This is behind the scenes. People, Dave, you know this, right? People love behind the scenes. They love, seeing what you guys are doing and how you do it. And, so we have fun, doing this. Sam gets in at the end, that's the videographer that we use, and we're messing around, and then Sam comes in, and he actually took Robert's camera, and then we just kind of have fun, goofing around. Then we've got, another behind the scenes. This was actually at a video shoot where we were at Liberace's mansion, which was pretty crazy. It was really fun, and the guy who owned it took us on this tour, and we had so much fun. So people love that behind the scenes look as to what you're doing and where you're going. Let's see here. And then this one, we had every one of our
Hi, Julia Zanich here. It was nice speaking
originators. Basically, we do 3 videos. One saying, hey, it was great speaking with you on the phone. We're really looking forward to working with you, and can't wait to get you into a home. We do some branding, what we do. But again, at the end, we do a blooper, and this is the oops, I missed the blooper here. It's right here. And so this is the blooper at the end, where we try and make people human, because it's uncomfortable to really read from a script and what it is, and it's not authentic. So we want to put authenticity into it. So we put bloopers in every one of our videos.
Real quick, want to jump in.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, real quick. I want to make sure everybody's noting, Juan is taking some time to bring value to the mortgage coach community. So Bill, thank you for, I asked you, I follow you. You guys have always been role models in our community, helping loan officers deliver better advice. And now I also see you as role models and leaders on how to use media and how to build brand in a way that makes money. Remember, there's a lot of busyness out there, and then there's business. And so thanks for putting this together. But I want you to notice, not only are they using multiple channels, but they're addressing this at different parts of the customer experience. So we have seen videos that are pre-relationship. I can't wait to see this one. So I'm gonna hear this one in a minute, but we're seeing things that are pre-relationship. What you're gonna see in a minute now is how we educate, convert, and bring in a client. And you're seeing things that are in process, like how are we communicating in process, and how are we communicating post closing. So it's every step of the marketing experience and the customer experience. So I want to make sure you guys know that there's a lot of work. And then for anybody who, 1, doesn't have a team, or 2, you haven't even done your first video yet, I also don't want you to be intimidated. I'll share some more thoughts, but let's hear what you have to say about this beautiful picture right here.
Well, obviously, we really give so much of the credit to the success that we have through Dave and Mortgage Coach. I mean, it is, again, like I said earlier, it is a game changer, and it allows us to totally stand out. We do them on like 95% of our transactions, and the 5% that we don't do it on is because they trust us inherently to get the deal done. So, but Sam is doing it. And the thing that I love, I mean, our whole team is doing it, but in this particular one, Sam goes and talks about it. And it's just a great way for us to promote ourselves. And it's just the authenticity. It's that a 1 minute video speaks 1.6 million words. This is what it does. This is what it does with Sam going through that. The customer sees it. He goes, wow, this is something really cool. So Mortgage Coach, unbelievable, for us, has been great.
So whoa, we got to talk about that. Pull up that beautiful little frame again so we can see the dynamic Mortgage Coach report. I want to have you scroll to the top real quick. So scroll to by the way, you could click on the tab, right? Okay, we're here. So scroll to the top real quick. Go to the very, very top of this.
Mm-hmm.
No, scroll, there we go. So again, notice personal picture. This is how Sam wants to be branded. He picked this photo. You notice it's got their company brand. And this is personally branded advice. And here's what I tell you. If you haven't done video, your total cost analysis video is your number one most important video and the one you should do first. And here's why. Because it's the easiest. It's your one-to-one video, and it's the voicemail you're leaving. It's the conversation you've already had. So there is no easier video to emotionally create and creatively create, because you know this content. You're a loan officer. You're having this conversation. So it's kind of like the Mortgage Coach video. It's the one-to-one. It's the easiest to do. And then get your reps under your belt and do other videos. You were going to say something there?
Well, what I was going to say, Dave, is that you've made this system so easy to use. It's just the way you walk through, and kudos to you. I know that over the years, we've provided you input and feedback to make it better, and you listen and you understand it. So, this is such a huge part of what we do and why we win deals. So you never know what's going to, sway them. But I can tell you that this one is the game changer. This is kind of the right hook if you're up against other people, because it's just like no one else is doing this. So it's a real game changer for us.
So two thoughts. So first, I also want to make sure I am the ambassador of Mortgage Coach. I am the founder, but we've got this amazing team, and we love our community. So when you think of Mortgage Coach, yeah, there's technology, and you're looking at the technology. That's what people pay for, and that is, a premium part of Mortgage Coach. But then there is this community, Facebook group, YouTube channels, and interviews that I do. And then we teach you, whether I call it sales training, but at the end of the day, it's advice training, because I think the best salespeople are the best advisors. And so when you think of Mortgage Coach, think of that community, but we're only good because of guys like you. You give us feedback. Love this. Anyways, let's keep it going. Let's try to wrap this up within 5 minutes. Yep. Just so we keep this video digestible for folks out there.
So yeah, we're getting close here, Dave. So anyways, that's a big thing for us. So we are like, how do we come up with topics, right? What do we do for topics? How do we know what to do and what to say and how, So we've been kind of talking, what do we do, right? And there's so many different things that you can talk about on a YouTube channel and what to do and become that digital person. Now we have that. This is my job now. I got to start talking about all these types of things so that I can become that. And then we'll put it onto the social media. And that's, again, that's where I'm really trying to take us. We don't have a huge social media presence. So many of you people are probably kicking our ass in that, but we're hopefully going to create more and more presence in there. But that's just some topics that we as GaylordHansen Team are talking about.
I'm out. So community, this is pure gold. I urge everybody on this call, make your own list. Obviously we're gonna share these slides in the link down below. And I think I'll even think of some posts we could do where we just cut this out. But here's the deal. It was super kind of you to share this, but it only becomes valuable to you when you do it. Like, don't ask for the template. Make your own template, make your own list. Authorship is ownership. And I hope what you guys will get out of this is inspiration to see a team that kills it, that's well organized, well structured, that consistently executes. This is how they operate. That's a takeaway. They're building lists, they're creating content, they're building libraries. This is phenomenal. Let's see this next one.
But Dave, I want to point out, just for your purpose, do you notice a yellow color in there, in that one right there,
yeah.
Mortgage Coach?
Yeah.
That's going to be one of our videos. It's easy to understand and use. So anyways, and then this is kind of some video ideas that were thrown out there at that social media marketing world that I went to. And it's just various types of videos that you can kind of get some creativity going and think about. Because a lot of people say, God, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to do. This hopefully will spur some of that for you. And then at the end, this is my guy right here. I love this little guy. Enjoy the journey, have some fun with it, and just make it yours. Be the authentic you and make it happen.
So let's stop sharing the screen and let's you and I just man to man. We're not quite knee to knee. You can stop sharing your screen real quick. Blow up.
I am
big. Remember, we did this at the beginning. You found it.
I know, but now I don't know where I have to go here. I don't know, Dave. I'm trying. Where am I?
It's all right. There's no pressure. There's only a couple hundred people watching this video right now. Stop sharing the screen.
I am so sorry. I'm trying.
Pull up Zoom. Click on that Zoom icon. That little Zoom icon in your tray down there? Click on that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's not it.
No? Okay, no. All right, let's not worry about it. I want you guys to see Mr. Bill Gaylord and a bigger screen. Why don't you pull up that idea slide real quick? We'll close on that note.
Okay.
So I just want to remind folks, don't be too intimidated. I asked Bill because they kill it with advice, and they've done an amazing job of leading in our community on how to deliver advice to realtors with Mortgage Coach, how to deliver advice with borrowers with Mortgage Coach. So I'll put a few links down below to content, but I believe that technology and disruptors will not crush local referral-based loan officers. But I also believe, as much as I believe that mortgage professionals like Bill, who are mastering advice, they deliver a TCA to every family, they're mastering media, they will absolutely take market share from those who don't. So my job at Mortgage Coach is to create technology to help you deliver advice like no other mortgage professional. And then through our community, Facebook group, YouTube, interviews, help arm you to create content. So please be active in our Facebook group, and being active in our Facebook group means posting questions that are valuable to you, posting success stories that are valuable to you in our community, and then commenting. So please be active in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. Subscribe to the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel so that when I upload or we upload a new video, you get an alert. So subscribe to YouTube, join our group, be active. And if you are not using Mortgage Coach technology, sign up today. There'll be a link down below to get a demo of Mortgage Coach. And this has been awesome. So if you got a takeaway and you liked this, like it in whatever channel you're watching it, and share it with your mortgage friends. Bill, any last words of wisdom before we wrap up this interview?
Don't worry about screwing up, because obviously I can't even stop sharing my screen, but I don't care. It's okay. Enjoy. Just have fun. Do it. Be the authentic you, and just do it. It's due time. Yeah,
and the advice I give my son every time he goes out to play a lacrosse game, it's the same advice I give everybody when it comes to video and branding. Play loose, have fun. And it kind of mimics what you said. Just get out there and having fun. And it's so obvious how much fun you're having, Bill. Keep it up, brother.
All right. Thanks, Dave.